Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Cynthia Smith, and this is the Intuitive Hypnotherapy Podcast, a place for healing and exploration, developing your psychic skills, also a hub for homework and additional resources for patients and clients so that you can reinforce the tools that you learn in hypnotherapy or hypnopuncture with me when we take you into that quiet place and access your brilliant subconscious awareness so that you can heal on the deepest level. Again, this is Dr. Cynthia Smith, and this is the Intuitive Hypnotherapy Podcast. Ba-da-da-da. And as I want to do, I've been doing some internal healing. I've been doing some clean outs. And of course, I want to get to the recorder, share it with the class. So, this episode is on healing the inner saboteur, healing the imposter syndrome. So, I've told you the cause of most of mine, just this deep voice that reminded me that I was not good enough, always questioned whether I was deserving or whether I was capable. And that messaging can start early in childhood, can start early in your formative years when you're figuring out who you are in the world, what your place is, how you interact with your family, with siblings, with friends, schoolmates, finding your place in the world. And if you always have this doubt, that will carry forward. And for me, it really carried forward in my professional life. I The way I managed stress and trauma was I would eat beyond full. And at one point, I gained 100 pounds. I lost a bunch of that. And then my practice took a big turn back in 2021, 2022. And I put on a bunch of weight again. And that is my coping mechanism. I wear my trauma in my flesh suit. So I've been working on that ever since. I've been really sitting down. And when one of these days, when I finally finish my book, Lean into the Darkness, it will describe for you what I'm explaining to you and what I've done in my own life, which is to sit with my discomfort, to sit with my trauma, to sit with my angst, to sit with whatever is uncomfortable and figure out where it came from and then heal it. So, what's come up recently is, as I stated before, is the idea of imposter syndrome. Um, how can I be a healer if I still need healing? How can I be a healthcare worker if I'm 100 pounds overweight? How can I be on my path and continually injure myself? Um, and that's sort of been what I've been working on this past 4 years. It was one injury after another, after another, after another. And even when I had the catastrophic injury to my knee, oh gosh, it's been almost a year ago now, December 2nd, 2024, seared in my memory. Um, but when I realized what had happened, it's called a valgus injury, um, tore all the things that hold your lower leg to your upper leg. Um, and my first thought was, but I'm on my path. Come on, God, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm helping people. I'm healing people. I've rebranded who I am and what I'm supposed to do and why, what is going on? Why is this happening? And um, I've subsequently have had three reconstructive surgeries on my knees from this gruesome injury. And I've had an extraordinary amount of pain. I've had an extraordinary amount of discomfort and dysfunction, just like my body just doesn't do what I asked it to do. And I know that all the excess weight complicated things, for which, of course, I whacked myself. If I weren't such a dum-dum and, took my stresses out at the dinner table, I wouldn't have a body that couldn't withstand, the stress of, quite frankly, a yoga class. Yes, my injury happened in yoga. And in the world of you can't make this shit up. So, I got to sit with that and work through forgiving myself and treating myself with the same grace that I would treat any of my clients, any of my patients, the grace that I would treat my daughter. I would give her an extraordinary amount of grace. I would validate her every single day, every moment. And so how can I turn that on myself? And I realized just just last week, in fact, that this was yet another layer of imposter syndrome, feeling like I'm not good enough, that I'm not smart enough, I'm not capable enough, I'm not one of those hypnotists that can just go blink and then you're out. And um, instead, I do a step down. And anyway, and I couple that with a healthy dose of self-validation. In my conscious mind, I think I bring a tremendous amount to the table, more than the average hypnotherapist, in my opinion. Coupled with my experience as a chiropractor and an acupuncturist and a clairvoyant, and then adding the hypnotherapy and all the different hypnotherapy techniques and neurolinguistic programming, neural associative technique, and Reiki, my gosh. Um, so I was feeling inauthentic, and I realized that that was bullshit. That was a lie from the pit of hell, as we used to say. That was programming, that was the doubt monster, that was that negative self-talk, that or another layer of the negative self-talk that I haven't quite healed, haven't quite vanquished, haven't quite unraveled, haven't quite turned into fairy dust. So I've been doing that. But I realized that the other way that this imposter syndrome has been manifesting in my life is my finances. Like, why am I not retired by now? Why am I, you know? And frankly, I love what I do. So this second chapter, whatever, is amazing. But often, many practitioners my age or approaching my age are preparing for retirement. They have a nest egg, they have 401k. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I am, you know, manifesting in the moment. And I realize that sometimes I am living beyond my means. And I realize that part of that is a scarcity mindset. Like, I have to have this. I'm entitled to this. I've done all this good work. Instead of just being pragmatic and just, you know, but I counsel, like, what's your budget? Do you have to put it on your credit card? And then even though it was on sale, you're paying interest until you get to pay it off. Would it be better just to wait and pay cash, even if you're paying full price? Yeah, so that's some of the tough self-talk that I've had. And it's another way of sabotaging myself, keeping myself back, living beyond my means when it's just, and not in a great sense, but enough that I'm aware and I'm like, oh, I can fix that. I can choose today, right here, right now, to be awake, to be alive, to be conscious of this process. And thank God, because that's a healing. But why do we do what we do? Why do we experience? Why do we feel not good enough and we have to supplement it with things or food or, my vices were always in the G-rated. I was a single mom and I didn't want to be, just sleeping around because that would be unseemly. I didn't want to gamble or do drugs or, some of the what we might think worser vices. But are they really? They're just different, you know, eating yourself to be 100 pounds heavier than what your frame needs. That's not great. That's not a good message for your kid, for my patients, for people that I'm trying to lead to feeling better about themselves. Putting shit on a credit card that I could do with less or not at all. Stuff doesn't fulfill me. Food doesn't fulfill me. Light fulfills me. Energy work fulfills me. Connecting with source fulfills me. And yet, there's been some programs that say, oh, you don't have time to meditate. You don't have time to record a podcast episode. You don't know, you better get to work. You better do this. You better do that. So we're going to unpack all of that stuff. Self-sabotage, limiting beliefs, scarcity mindset, poverty consciousness, imposter syndrome, and whatever else pops up. So if you're ready, buckle in. Thanks for listening. Get yourself in a comfy place. Get something to drink. This is absolutely not a time to be driving or operating heavy machinery. Let's do none of that. Let's just heal. I'm going to take a short sponsor break to help pay for this podcast. And when we come back, be in your comfy spot, ready to heal. Welcome back. Okay, so I front loaded this meditation with a lot. Thanks for listening. And if you were lit up by some of those things, awesome. Because that means that is up to heal in your space. And that's why we share and we co-create. So if you would please take a big deep breath and let it go. And do that again. Take a big deep breath and let it go. And as you continue breathing in this life force energy, allowing your physical body to settle in and settle down, releasing any tension you might feel, sending your breath to any place in your body you might have discomfort. Breathing in that life force energy. And with every exhale, relax a little bit more. Come to that quiet place. As you begin relaxing, know that your conscious mind and your physical body get to power down, get to relax for a while. You might even doze, and that's okay too. Your subconscious mind will stay alert, ready to make some shifts and healing. As you begin to drift, I will count downward from 5 to 1, as if you're walking down a beautiful staircase. You can feel the floor underneath your feet. You can steady yourself with a hand on the handrail. As you begin your descent into your subconscious awareness. 5, stepping down, beginning to drift. The tension begins to drain from your body. You're comfortable, safe, relaxed. 4, another step down, deeper and deeper. Your head might start to nod. Your body just melts comfortably into place. All the tension drains from your body. 3, deeper still. You're going under in the coolest, sweetest way possible, drifting down, drifting down. 2, deeper still, allowing every part of you to just be. And 1, all the way down, down into the quiet, into the peaceful, the safe and relaxed. In your mind's eye, around you in all directions is your energy field. Some research says that it's about 3 feet around you. Some says it might be as much as 6 feet around you in all directions. Whatever you see for your energy field is just perfect for you. And we know that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transformed. Choose a color for your energy field. A color that feels safe, protective, nurturing, validating, maybe even a tiny bit empowering. Whatever that color is for you, choose that for your energy field. You might know it as your bubble or your aura, your light field. It's always there, whether you're aware of it or not. So let's bring awareness to your energy field. And then create a tube of light, the same color, that connects you and your bubble to the center of the earth. And the center of the earth today, let's imagine, is a meadow or a pasture. So that tube of light travels from you through all the layers of the earth down to this pasture and grounds into that earth, that ground, creating an actual grounding cord, an actual tether. This grounding cord also acts as a garbage chute. Make this tube of light or grounding cord at least as wide as you are. If you're going to be releasing a lot, make it a little bigger. And make it that wide all the way from you to that point in the center of the earth. And the center of the earth, we postulate, is neutral. It's a recycling center for energy. And then lastly, be a point of light in the center of your head. be a point of light basically where your pineal gland sits. It's this little organ gland that's in the center of your brain, in the midline of your brain. And it sits in this little part of your skull called the sella turcica, or Turkish saddle. So the Creator created a space for you to sit in the center of your own head. And that is pretty cool. So be that point of light in the center of your head, behind your eyes and in between your temples, as if you can see the world from behind your closed eyes. And as that point of light, consider that maybe, just maybe, it's an energy center. It has properties beyond you being able to be a neutral observer to the world. It has properties beyond helping you establish your psychic center, there in the center of your sixth chakra, your third eye, or your mind's eye. What if it was also a catalyst for change? What if you could energize it like one of those cool electric lamps in science class where you put your hand over it and you see like the lightning? Somewhere in your brain you have thoughts, programs that represent feelings of not being good enough, feelings of being an imposter, thoughts that create actions or motivations that sabotage your good health, your good wealth, your relationships. Somewhere in that infrastructure of your cerebrum, your gray matter, the brain, the gyri, the circle of Willis, you have information that is holding you back, that is harming you. And by definition, you are created by that which created everything. You are perfect just as is. And because of that, you have the divine right to heal anything that says otherwise. Imagine, if you will, that pineal gland, that point of light in the center of your head, can become electrified and can send out little tiny lightning strikes. And these lightning strikes first vanquish any programs or ideas or thoughts of being not good enough. And when you activate those little baby lightning strikes in your brain, you are activating a massive healing to deprogram, to eliminate, to turn into fairy dust any information that says that you're not good enough. Just let it happen. You might even feel a tingle or a rush as you're healing your body, healing your brain, healing your thoughts, healing your mind. Take all the time you need. And see those little baby lightning strikes go to all areas of your brain. the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, the median sulcus, the medulla oblongata, the meninges, any space, tangible or intangible, that might hold this information that you are not good enough. Let those little baby lightning strikes zap them. Turn it into fairy dust. You might find that you get a little emotional as you begin healing, quite literally on the deepest layer. And the cells in your brain are called astral cells or something like that. They're the glial cells, but they look like stars. And the point of one star touches the point of another star. And that's how information is transmitted. And what if you allowed yourself to heal that? What if you allowed yourself to have that little lightning strike and maybe reestablish a connection that says you are good enough? You are beautiful and wonderful and powerful and capable. You are worthy and deserving. And maybe let's create another lightning strike to vanquish thoughts of scarcity or poverty consciousness. There isn't enough. And maybe your lightning strikes are different colors for different things. Maybe they're white or gold or purple or pink or green, or maybe it looks like you took a sliver out of the aurora borealis. Then let that little lightning strike vanquish any spots in your brain, in your mind, in your consciousness that somehow let you think that there's not enough. Just vanquish that. The universe is abundant. There's plenty. There's more than enough. Let your little astrocytes, the point of one star, touch the point of another star, and share that healing, share that deprogramming across every part of your brain, the physical structures, the consciousness, the tangible and the intangible, removing every trace of scarcity or poverty consciousness. Take all the time you need. You want to pause and really go at it. Please do. And again, you might feel a little emotional as you start releasing some of this really deep stuff. Spending a lifetime thinking that there isn't enough. You can change it right here, right now. There's a spontaneous healing for every condition known to man. Why not you? And then when you're ready, let's create another lightning strike for that imposter syndrome. I don't deserve this or that because I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not pretty enough. Fuck all of that. You are perfect as is. As you let that little baby lightning strike touch all corners of your brain, frontal lobe, occipital lobe, parietal, brainstem, even down the spinal cord. Anywhere in your mind or your physical body where you hold information that says you're not enough, you're an imposter. Blow all of that stuff out of the water. Vanquish all of it. Little sparks of lightning. And then if you're ready to move on, let's create one more lightning strike for self-sabotage. Those things that we do to ourselves to diminish our growth, diminish our forward progress, to collapse our sandcastle. Self-sabotage, the inner saboteur, has 1,000 faces. Let's go after them all. As your astrocytes touch star tip to star tip, crossing the great divide, the neurotransmitters, the synapses. Imagine sending that lightning and clearing the path, breaking the chains that have held you back. Send that lightning to every part of your brain, your spinal cord, your brainstem, the meninges, and everywhere the nervous system touches, every one of your 70 trillion cells. As you allow yourself to heal yourself in the kindest, gentlest way, allow it to be thorough and effective. Sap that shit. Turn it into stardust. Make it inert. And again, you might see colors. You might see colors in your mind's eye. You might feel energy. You might feel emotions coming up as you release these heavy, heavy chains that have been holding you back. The doubt monsters, the self-sabotage, the insecurities. And when you've healed what you're ready to heal, what you can have in this moment, just feel how your brain glows from the inside. You've given yourself, your nervous system, your energetic system, a massive detox. And so no good spa treatment would be complete without some gold energy. Look up into the cosmos and grab some stardust, some gold energy sparkling, and bring it down from the cosmos into the top of your head, saturating your newly healed brain and nervous system, soothing, recovering, resetting to a higher vibration, a higher beauty and love. Send that gold energy through all of your meridians, those energy pathways in acupuncture that run through every major organ system. Send that energy down the channels, down your back, down the back of your legs, down your arms, up the front of your body, swirling around in your chakras, further healing you and replacing anything that is not of you, not of your highest good. It replaces it with love and kindness and peace and generosity. Breathe all that gold energy into your bubble. So now your bubble is your color plus sparkly, like you. And allow yourself to be in that sparkly, yummy, supportive, loving, nurturing energy. And know that that is what you are projecting. And your outside world will begin to reflect from your inside world and vice versa. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are a child of God. You are created from that which created everything and deserving of all good things. In a moment, I will count you back into full waking awareness. You've given yourself a massive deprogramming, healing, resetting, detoxing, and renewal. You'll wake feeling inspired, present, grounded, purposeful, and oh so lovable. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, back to the room. This was a big, rich and thick and chocolatey one. This is Dr. Cynthia Smith, and this is the Intuitive Hypnotherapy Podcast. If you like this podcast, please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. If you're on the socials, giving me a shout out on your socials would be really, really appreciated. If you'd like a session in person or virtual, just reach out at hello@drcynthiasmith.com or go to my website, drcynthiasmith.com, and fill out the contact us form. Anyway, wishing you a happy, healthy, blissful, wonderful day. Till we meet again. Bye now.